Hello, everybody. It is Shirley, the mom of the Coello Critiques family. And today I am going to be critiquing, or I should say, what does Ben tell me the catchphrase is nowadays? I'm going to be not critiquing or reviewing, but what is the word? What do people say nowadays? Reacting. There we go. I'm going to be doing a reaction video to the American Idol audition with Canaan. Oh, which I love his name. Oh my, any Bible lover would love his name. I love his name, Canaan. So I'm going to be reacting to Canaan's audition. Now, it's a lazy Saturday, okay, which means I was in my pajamas just 2 seconds ago, and I saw this come up in my YouTube feed recommendations, and I clicked on it, and I watched about, I would say, 10 seconds into, well, really like 5 seconds into him singing. Like 10 seconds into the video, about 5 seconds into him singing. And I had to stop because I was like, wait a minute, I got a critique channel and this is amazing. I was floored just with the first few seconds of his voice. And so I decided to react to it in front of you. So I didn't see the whole thing. I don't know what happened yet. But I do know that he has an amazing voice. Okay, but you're gonna see, and I'm going to play it right now.
What are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to be singing I Need Your Glory by Ernest Pugh.
I love it.
It's great.
Did you hear that? I'm sorry. I'm going to put the link in the description so that you guys can watch the whole thing through. And I'm just going to keep stopping and going for copyright purposes, but also because I want to share my opinion. That's my reaction. That's part of my reaction. I talk a lot. So, did you hear that drop? Like, oh, I don't even know how to do it, but it was like the higher notes, and then he went all the way down, like, oh, but he did it like butter, like it was melting. It was beautiful. Number one, I Need Your Glory right then and there. Words are heavy. Words are very, very heavy. And there are some words that are innate in us, right? And it's in us because the creator is our creator, right? And so if he's the creator and someone's speaking about the creator, it tends to be in us. We tend to feel that. So I could feel that. I could really feel that. I really hear sincerity in his voice, because it's just so smooth and quiet, and there's no, he's not trying to push this belief in anybody. He's just speaking what's in his heart without trying to force anyone to feel anything. It's like if you feel it, you feel it. If you don't, you don't. But this is about me and how I feel, and I want to share that with you. That's what I got from that just beautiful tone and smoothness, and the volume being just perfection. Okay, I'm going to press play.
His glory. It's
Okay, that knee. And then he like went off. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, okay. I don't know where he's going with this. I really don't. I don't like a lot of big, like forced. I don't like a lot of forced emotion. But so far, I like it. I feel like it's being contained. There's some high moments where his volume increases. But then again, I feel like even though the volume is increasing, it's not always a bad thing. And it's not always forcing you to feel. A lot of times, it's just the dramatic moment that kind of needs to happen in order for the song to have the emotion, the true emotion of a person, of a human being. You know, we tend to have ebbs and flows, like where we're 1 minute up and 1 minute down, and especially when it comes to an understanding that you of the need for your creator, right? Like there's this emotion that tends to happen in humans, and I feel like this song is reflecting that. I don't know the song. I've never heard it before until now while I'm playing this video. And I know he said the artist that originally sang it, so I don't really know much about the background of this song, but I do understand the words that are being said and the context in which I am hearing it. Not necessarily the context of the author, because I don't know the author, like I said, and not even necessarily his context, but I know the words and how they pertain to me and how I feel about the words and where they originate from, which is the word. So I can understand the elevations that's going on here, the elevation, I should say, that's going on, but then also the opposite of elevation. I can't think of it right now. But the decline, I guess. But I do understand that. Still, I think it's not too much. Now, there are times where it does get to be too much. But this is not one of those times. And when he says, like, does anybody else, need to hear that, or need the hope, or like that sort of thing. I can't remember exactly. Well, let me see what he says exactly. Hold on.
your glory. Anybody need His glory?
Right. Anybody need His glory. Okay. So that you can tell comes from his background, his foundation, obviously, gospel. You can hear that, when he's like, anybody need, but at the same time, I don't know. I believe this kid. Now, not everybody that says those things actually mean it. Okay. With this kid, I really believe him. I believe, he reminds me of when I was younger. And I'm trying to choose my words carefully. In my younger years, I was kind of like a teenager going into adulthood, right? Kind of like 13, 14, those ages, all the way up to about 28, around that time. Yeah, so like 13 to like 28. I was screaming in my heart just like that. And I didn't know why, though, right? Because I thought I had all the answers. But at the same time, that's the way I was screaming. Anybody else feeling the way I'm feeling right now? Anybody? That's the way I felt. Like, I felt like there was a big chunk missing from my knowledge or so-called wisdom. And yet, I felt like, but I know everything. So why do I feel so empty? Why do I feel like I don't get it still, right? That's what I hear in his voice. I hear the same, like, confusion. Like, okay, I got it, but there's still stuff missing. I got it, but there's still stuff missing. I've been having it. I know I got it. But why do I feel like I got nothing? and this is what I hear in the song. So it's touching me, and I don't know if the original has that part where anybody else needs his glory, or I don't know if the original song actually had that piece in it, or if he added that to it. And I feel like if he did add it to it, that's real. Like, he really wants to know, because he's feeling a way that others don't seem to be feeling. And he's about the age where that happens. So, or at least about the age where it was happening to me. And I see a lot of other people too around that age there. It starts to happen where it's like, I have everything, but why do I feel like there's something missing? And even when you have that religious hold on whatever religion you're brought up in, you know, there's still like this thing where you're like, I got it. Like, I know this is the truth. It makes complete sense. I'm reading it. I get it. But how come I feel like I don't get it? Or how come I feel like I'm on my own and feeling still like there's a huge piece missing? Like, why do I feel like that? So I see that in the song. I see that. I feel that. It takes me back to being his age, being young, and just trying to get it. Okay. I digress. I'm going to move on. Also, did anybody hear Luther? I could have sworn I heard Luther. Did y'all hear Luther? If y'all don't know Luther, you're a little young. But did y'all hear Luther? Hold on. I got excited. Did y'all hear Luther? I heard Luther. You know who I'm talking about, right? That was that. Yo, Luther did that. So, like, he was like the king of it. Okay, we're talking Luther Vandross, people. Luther Vandross. Look him up if you don't know him. Look him up. If you look him up, you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand. You're gonna understand. Okay. Nobody does Luther like Luther, and all I can say is I just heard Luther. I just heard him. And that baby, he's a baby. Whew. I'm getting excited. Okay, guys, just so you know. I tend to get overly excited about things in real life. This is not me. Trust me. If I was trying to do the proper YouTube, because I like to act on stage, right? I like to do a lot of theater and stuff. This wouldn't be the way I would be doing it. Because this is a lot. This is like crazy. And part of me wants to like edit it and stuff, but then part of me is like, leave it alone, right? But this is just me talking. This is honestly just me talking. I get super excited over small things. My younger sister, who's 2 years younger than me, she was talking to me about it when we were younger. She was saying, like, I don't get it. Why do you get so excited over small things? Because that's so... Okay, I went into this store. It's called Brent City, okay? I come from Long Island, so it's called Brent City. Back in the day, anyone from Long Island that's about my age knows what I'm talking about. Brent City in Brentwood, right? And they had these jellies, okay? And I saw them. I was about 14, okay? But I hadn't seen jellies in years because they had gone out of style, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years before that. I don't want to say 20, but anyway, about 10 years before that, something like that. They had gone out of style. And I saw them as a teenager, and I was like, was it a teenager? I don't know. I was older. I can't remember. I was older. And I was like getting all excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And my sister was like, yo, what's wrong with you? My sister that's 2 years younger is polar opposite of me, okay? She's got a flow. Like, she's, you know, I'm all like giddy and stuff. She's not like that. She's very much like, yeah, you know, but she's cool. Like, I can't even do it cool, but she's cool. Anyway, so she's like, yo, why you get so excited over nothing? Or like over stupid stuff? And I was just like, huh? It's jellies, you don't remember? And she's like, yo, I remember. Anyway, the point is I tend to get overly excited about things, and this is just one of those things where I'm just losing it. I'm sorry. I heard I heard it, right? Now, listen, don't be coming at me talking about I'm not singing these notes right. I know I'm not singing them right, okay? I'm not, I love to sing. I've been singing forever. I've been on choirs and all that stuff. However, I'm not really a professional at it, and I definitely am not a soloist. My husband's the professional. My husband's the soloist. I am just the really good alto backup singer. Okay, so but that thing he did with the in the chest, he said it with the chest. Okay, he didn't need no words, nothing. I love it. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, here we go.
What I need.
Ooh! Did you? He went right, and then he went. One, loud, and then that's what I need. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna knock over my computer. That is so good. It's so good. Okay. And actually, I don't even know if I went far enough back or if I went. I don't know, but I'm gonna go a little bit. There we go. My husband's favorite singer, by the way, Lionel. No, I'm sorry, it's not his favorite. Let me not say that. One of his favorite singers of all time, Lionel Richie. But anyway, just to have Lionel Richie say, "Can you do that again?" Like, come on, like he's 17. I know he knows who Lionel Richie is. Like, I know, right? And he said, "Can you do that again?" I'm sorry. I think if he said that to my husband would faint on the floor. Like, he would be so, like, just in awe. He'd probably cry, actually. Like, that's a big deal coming from a professional like that who's written so many songs that we all know and love, that he has sang on his own and that other artists have sang. And so for him, someone who's been in the business, who my mother loves Lionel Richie. My mama. Okay? And my mom is like close to 80. And she loves Lionel Richie. So, yeah, that would be a big deal. So for this kid to actually have the honor of having Mr. Lionel Richie, out of mad respect, be the one to say, like, yeah, I want to hear that again. Like, you know, no shade to the other two. You know, they're awesome, and I know the other two, you know, they're awesome. But Lionel, to come up and say that speaks volumes, because he's worked with a lot of artists. He's worked with, and we're talking real artists, real singers, and for him to say that, whew, man, come on now. When he said that he's blessed, when he says that he's got a gift from God, he knows it. Okay. And I can see now why he says it, because he stands in front of a room. I know for a fact he captivates within the first note. Everybody's like, who's that? Beautiful. And that's only God can give that. Only God can give it. I saw somewhere, oh, right. In the title, it actually says 17-year-old gospel singer Canaan Hill earns platinum ticket. I love his name so much, Canaan Hill. But earns platinum ticket. Like, so I know that's like a thing now. I've never actually seen platinum ticket. I don't know if this is the first season where they have a platinum ticket, because I don't really watch American Idol. But it's the first time I ever heard about it. So it's either this is the first season, or it's a very new thing in American Idol within the last few years. So I don't know which one. But yeah, he earned that. I always say to my husband, because he used to try out for these things, X Factor and all these things, and I always used to tell him, sing a hymn. You sing a hymn. It's gonna showcase your voice. Because there was one time I saw Michelle, okay, from Destiny's Child, His name? Yeah, Michelle from Destiny's Child. Okay. So I saw her live. She was at a church that I had gone to by recommendation of my younger brother. And her and Beyonce were there, but Michelle was the one that was going to be singing. And she sang some, giddy up secular song. I don't know. I don't know what genre what it was, but she was singing some like pop-ish or pop R&B type song. Okay. And, I kind of like drifted off in my mind a little bit, because her voice wasn't really showcasing as being anything great. And it kind of looked like, I don't know, there was nothing special about it at all. Like it was kind of like typical, nothing bad about it. I hear some pop R&B that's interesting to me, but this just wasn't interesting to me. So I'm just kind of like sitting there, and then all of a sudden the music stops and everything, right? And she starts singing a cappella, and I believe it was Jesus Loves Me. I'm not sure. It might have been. But holy moly, her voice came out. Before that, it was a lot of hippity hoppity, I don't know, music more standing out than anything else. But then all of a sudden I heard her voice, like her actual voice, singing this hymn. And it was an old-fashioned hymn, and she sang it the old-fashioned way. And I heard her voice. I actually heard her voice. I didn't hear like the music in the background, the instrumentals, the people clapping and her dancing, and no, I heard her voice, right? And it was beautiful. It was she's got a beautiful voice, but I only heard it when she sang her hymn. When she was singing the other stuff, it was just seemed kind of mediocre and like everybody else. But when I heard her sing her hymn, oh my goodness, like, whew, beautiful. From then on, I respected her voice a lot more. I mean, she's got a beautiful voice. And then I understood why they put her in the group to replace the others. I understood at that point. So now with him, like he's singing a song about, God, about our Creator, and, even like it sounds like to his Creator, and when I hear that, like that's what made it powerful. He's got a beautiful voice, no doubt, right? But he did these dynamic changes that he did from the heart, and that's why it became a platinum performance, a platinum audition, because it wasn't just, oh, I heard this artist, I love this song, I've been singing this song since I was a kid, and so I'm just gonna sing it. And, because it's just something that I've heard on the radio a million times over and over again, and it's repetitive in my head. And no, like, even though he's heard the song before, he's, grew up with obviously that type of music before, he sat with the words and felt those words and created dynamics to express those words from his heart. That's what made it platinum. You want to do a platinum performance, a platinum audition, go through the words of whatever you're singing, okay? And sing it from how you are feeling inside so that they can see it. Not just hear it, but they can see it, okay? That's a platinum performance. That's why he got the platinum ticket. And I'm going to... That was so cool. Okay, so... there you go. There's my reaction to 17-year-old gospel singer Canaan Hills, who earned a platinum ticket on American Idol Auditions 2025. What a pleasure. What a pleasure to watch this man. He is amazing. Mr. Canaan Hill, you are amazing, and I love your name. I love your parents for naming you such a beautiful name. It's definitely a rare name here in America. It is a beautiful name, and you earned that platinum ticket. You earned it. Okay? Keep doing like you do. Don't be influenced to do anything else but what you do, because you already know who the source is. Okay? And with that, guys, another reaction video down, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.